people them who live above and beyond their means, the need to impress or the need to suppress the people them around them. Like, I don't even know what kind of video this is. This ain't a rant video. I don't think I'm having a moan. I think I'm confused, like what is it with people? Why do people them they feel like they need to live this pretentious lifestyle? The people them that live outside their means. So I was just going through the comments on one of my videos. I think it was the difference between how white people and black people spend money or something like that. And there's a guy from Manchester, I think his name is Manchester M15 boy or something like that. And he was talking about how his mum went to Manchester for 2 weeks, and there was a lot of black people that were probably broke, but they were dressing wearing the nicest clothes and that. And for me, I don't get it. Like, man, scratching my head. I don't understand why people feel like they need to live outside their means and that. Why? Like, even the other day, me and my girl was driving around, and we decided to stop off in the Mercedes Benz showroom. We was talking about cars before, innit? So she's like, oh, can we stop off? Like, yeah, cool, let's go and stop off in there, innit? Like, I've never been in the Mercedes showroom before, innit? So gone in there looking at all the cars and that, and the price tags and that was mad. Like, do you know what it was? The reason why we decided to stop off in the Mercedes Benz place is because I was talking about it. Before, I said to myself, once I get this flat, once I get this property up and running and people are renting, I'm gonna lease a new car in it. I want to drive a nice car in it. I do like nice cars and that, innit? But I'm just thinking to myself, what is the point? I'm not saying I'm never gonna do it, but like, I've got more than enough money to do it easy. Like, my income alone for when I work is decent enough to lease a car and not even feel it. Let alone I'm getting an extra £800 a month from renting out my flat, so I can easily afford it. But I just think to myself, what's the point, blood? What's the need? What is the need to live this pretentious lifestyle? And I just don't get it. But I was watching a video recently about people that live above and beyond their means, and basically the people them in the video were saying that there's some people, they have the need to impress, so obviously show people that they're keeping up with the Joneses and showing people that they're on the same level as them, or they have the need to suppress people, which means they want people to drive a car that's less than them, or they want to drive a car that's better than other people. Now, I know people like that. I know people who have said to me, oh, yeah, man, don't bother lease a Mercedes or nothing like that, because when you're paying for this car, it's really expensive, rare, and that. But then their lease is coming up for renewal, and they ain't gonna just go and get themselves an Insignia. They're gonna get themselves a high-end car, like a Range Rover or Mercedes, whatever it is. So people are just contradictory, and I think there's certain individuals out here who they want to drive the best car because obviously they want to be around, they want to be the best out of the bunch and that. Me, I don't think like that. I don't care about what a next man drives or whatever, innit? Obviously, don't drive a car that's a piece of shit, that's about to break down and that. But man, don't judge people based on their car and that, man. Come on, man. Like, there's people like, even dumb stuff like, they all go to these mad expensive restaurants and that. What for? Why? Why do you need to go and dine at these mad expensive restaurants often? If it's once in a while, fine. But like, if you're going gauchos every 2 weeks and that, but what for? Bearing in mind, these people them are not on 8 grand a month. These people are on some any wage, 2.5 grand a month. I'm not talking about the people them that are on 8 grand a month. It's all relative. So like, me personally, I could afford to drive a Mercedes and that. I earn about 5-6 grand a month. That's without the money from my rent and that from the flat. I can lease a Mercedes and that. That's all right for me, innit? But there's people them that work at Asda and that, or just earn 2 grand a month and they're leasing a Mercedes. No. You are not entitled to lease no damn Mercedes when you're only on 2 grand a month. £400 of your money is going straight to that car. That's foolishness. And then they moan that their car is getting impounded and that, and they can't. Plenty of stories, like real life stories, man. Know people, or I've watched things and that people are struggling to pay for their car and that. They had a good functioning car beforehand. It weren't the greatest car, granted. But they decided, you know what? Yeah, I need to upgrade and that to keep up with the Joneses and that. And now they're struggling. Furthermore, the car get taken away from them, and then they're back to driving a piece of shit car. So what's the point? You never want to regress. You always want to progress. So even if it's coming to like driving a car and that. Come on, imagine me driving like this Honda Civic now, and then I start driving like a Range Rover or something like that, or Audi Q7, and then I can't keep up with the payments. I have to go back to driving like a Ford Focus or something like that. Come on, man. All because you didn't need to buy that car in the first place or lease that car in the first place. Stupidness, man. But it's always the people that are broke. It's always the people that live above their means, that never have a property or never have assets and that they could pass down to their children. Like I say all the time, I got a brethren. He's got 3 properties in this country and he's got one in Sweden. One of the properties is in Northampton. 2 of them are in London. So you know, man's got money to be buying properties in London. And the one in Sweden is the same value of the properties in London, innit? So we're talking like £350,000 worth of property and that, innit? Yeah. You know what car he drives? Yeah, he don't drive no fucking Mercedes. He don't drive no Audi Q7 or nothing like that. My man drives like a Mitsubishi, kind of like some kind of like SUV family car kind of thing. You know, like them hybrid thing. That's what a man drives, you know. A man could easily be leasing a Jaguar F-Type R if he really wanted to. If he really wanted to, he could be leasing a Jaguar F-Type R. Man earn like 10 grand a month. A man told me that one of his properties generated him about £49,000 for the year because he was doing Airbnb. But still, a man chooses to live humbly. You don't need to take a leaf out of that book. If not me, take a leaf out of my brethren's book. Yeah, he's a smart man. I know other people, like I said before, like, I'd love to know if someone was earning 10 grand a month like me when I was at this construction site before. You know, the infamous Holborn job, man, I always talk about. If the people then was earning the same amount of wages as I was, that 10 grand a month, what they would be doing with that money. Literally, they could afford to lease a Ferrari. I'm sure a Ferrari will only cost, I'm not saying only, but I'm sure a Ferrari could cost like 5 grand a month or whatever, and they could afford to. But anyway, man, people then need to stop living above their means, man. It's foolishness, isn't it? Anyway, stay wise. Done now.